I don't know if I'd call it inspiration as much as just drawn to it. I'm the guy that was always online at night, even after a hard day's work, just in front of my computer looking at houses. I just love the idea of how people live, the lifestyle that they live, the big mansions right down to the small little cottages right next to the ocean. Everybody has their desire, their dream home, and I'm just always curious about who lives there, how did they get there, and the story behind each individual as they move into these beautiful homes.
My why is because I'd like to help families and individuals become property owners. I got more and more motivated because I started noticing that every time I would help a family, you're actually helping them start into the American dream. Once you get your first home, once you get your home, that's what it is. But they don't realize what of a nightmare it can be for a client if you don't explain the process.
The reason that I got into real estate is that I like the idea that I get to help people build wealth. I think it's very cool that I get to build a business behind something meaningful. And I like the idea that every deal has the potential to change someone's life.
Homeownership is such a huge goal for most people. And I think being a part of holding someone's hand and watching the highs and the lows of purchasing a house, being able to be there for someone during that time, and once you overcome all of the obstacles, that is always so rewarding to me.
Growing up in the Bay Area, prices of homes were so high that I never thought that I would own a home. That challenge prompted me to want to become a real estate agent and continue to be one today.
My why in real estate is helping people achieve their dreams, and what keeps me going is my kids, my daughters. In any relationship, whether it be with a client, your kids, your spouse, communication is key. And I don't think that this process is any different.
I always have a passion for real estate. It's been in my blood since I was a kid. I remember my parents joking with me saying, don't walk around in our neighbors' houses and checking out the layout of their house. I was able to have a career change in my 30s, and I went through a process of buying a house. And once I saw all the dealing with the transaction, inspections and all that, I followed the realtor all the way through, and she turned to me and she said, Jack, you should be a realtor. And I said, I think it's my calling. And I went and got my real estate license then.
I actually grew up watching my mom in the lending world, so that's kind of what sparked my interest in the real estate industry. I had started off in the lending field about 10 years ago. Then I switched to real estate back in 2021.
I first got into real estate because, number one, I love homes. I love going into model homes, and open houses always interested me. And I pride myself on excellence in customer service. And I thought to myself one day, what better way to put my customer service skills into use than to go into real estate? It just seemed like a natural step. In a way, I get to play matchmaker with houses instead of people.
I got started in real estate about 23 years ago. Started as a transaction coordinator. I do love the design and remodeling and just showing people their dream home and making them happy.
Well, my why is pretty big. My why is my family. My why is not just my family here, but overseas. If I'm blessed and I'm doing well here, my family overseas would do the same. So I know what it brings financially, the freedom, and I know that it just changes the whole perspective about a new career in this country. So, and that's what keeps me going.
My why goes back to when my husband and I were buying our first home. It was supposed to be an exciting experience, but it ended up being overwhelming and disappointing. We didn't feel guided, and in fact, we felt alone. But it wasn't until I met the broker that I work with now that I saw that real estate could be done differently. His values matched mine. Serve first, be real, and always put people above the sale. That experience stuck with me. And I wanted to be the agent that we didn't have back then.